Okay, here we are in Jeff's workshop again, another vlog, and I see you're busy doing something with that old drag.
It's the original. It's the original wheel out the comp bike.
Right.
And what I thought I'd do is I'd just revamp it, and it can go up for sale.
Okay, so as you look at it there, then you machined up that centre disc originally with the holes in it.
That's not the original centre.
Okay.
But it was machined.
Yeah.
And it had. I can't remember if we'd done it for the rims that are originally on.
Oh, I don't know.
There's been chops and changes. Anyway, these two original rims were then rattled, so I've actually made two in some quarter. They've been pressed on,
and
then remachined to obviously now.
Okay, and they bolt together. And
to bolt together.
So what's that? Is that about 10 inches? Is it? Or?
No, I think it's about 9 and 3/4.
Okay.
Forget the tape measure.
Yeah.
Measure it from about, I'd say about 9.5, maybe 9 and 5.
And where do the rims come from? Are they off a car?
They'll be just Compomotive split rims that are originally are car rims.
Yeah.
Well, mainly.
So you're just going to clean it up here and make it look pretty and.
Yeah.
Maybe polish the
they've got anodising on them, and what I need to do now is put them on the bolt that to that centre, bolt that to the arbor, and then I can spend some time when I've got a little bit of time and I'm not.
Hassle,
and then I can just get some wet and dry and.
Well, actually, I should have brought you
and polish them.
A big carton of stuff I've got at home. I've got some caustic soda at home, and what you do is put a tablespoonful in a bowl of water, stick it in, it'll lift off all the anodising.
If we can get that off, it will make it a lot easier to.
It'll rub through in different patches, and you'll end up with a sort of.
You will eventually get rid of it.
You will, but it's a lot of hard work.
It's a lot of hard work.
In fact, I even got the damn thing out of the shed the other day because I was using it for something else. And I thought, oh yeah, you might want that. Yeah.
There is a few marks on it there.
Yeah, you can see.
And
no, but
you're not going to get them
perfect.
Absolutely showroom.
The thing is, though, if you start off getting your anodising off first, at least you can see then what you got without.
Yeah, you could probably get. There will be some little marks still left on them.
Well,
you're not going to get them 100% show.
So once you've done that,
winning.
I mean, is there much call out there on eBay for such wheels?
Well, I had all the hubs and everything, and I thought, well, if I finish it and just get it to a wheel. There is a tyre in the loft.
Oh, right.
The original comp bike tyre. And I thought,
it's about ancient
well,
stuff.
if someone wants a rear wheel, you might get rid of one.
You never know. Okay.
Well, the thing is, at the end of the day, it's either that or
bin it.
Weigh it in. And
well, it can go back in the loft for another 10 years.
It was too good. And I was doing this till I saw you about your job.
Okay.
Fair
enough. Okay, and also, I'm looking down by your feet, Jeff. We've got a front end. We grab that. That's the front end of the.
That's the one. That is the comp bike one.
What I call a spares bike.
It's actually.
Oops. Are they Kawasaki forks? No, the Honda forks. Honda forks, maybe.
No, the Kawasaki.
Kawasaki forks.
They are actually Unitrack forks.
Okay. And
it did have the single caliper, which you now have back.
Yes. And but you're now changing it to be a.
I've got two. I've got to find some calipers that will.
Yeah. We'll sort you out. We'll find some
that will look nice. Even if I make. I don't want to
just go look for some Unitrack.
Yeah, but they suit a 280 disc.
All right, and you've got something else.
250s. They're only two.
Okay. I quite like that. I've
got to get the helicoils out of them as well, which shouldn't be too difficult.
Yeah, I must say, I do like your little cross brace there. I like the way you did that. Yeah, very retro.
That is 70s. That is
very 70s.
What I saw on one of them, what they'd actually used, is they'd made that and they'd actually turned that into the brake splitter.
Yes,
one of them. Because it had a feed going in and then the two fittings coming out.
Yeah.
So they'd actually utilised it for.
I like that. Yeah, more than one job.
But then if you ever need to remove it,
it makes it pain. Well, the more you do, the more
it could be
difficult it gets. Right. Okay. Now I'm looking round and I see a bit more work on this engine. Let's look at that. Okay, Jeff, we're now looking at the engine for the spares bike that I call a spares bike, which was once a Z1100, I believe.
Shaft,
yes, which is now converted to chain drive. And in your hand, Jeff, what have you got in your hand there? See,
in-rigger.
An in-rigger, not
that will go there. Yeah,
that'll go there. Yeah.
And what we've been doing is we've got to get all the points of the original casting.
Yes. And replicate them.
Yeah. Where that's got a little clearance there, I've just took it out much more than it's needed because it's a thicker
plate. Yeah.
As long as it's got the room to clear all your
gear change.
Bits, that's for the drum.
Yes.
That's for your selector arm. There is a little bit. There is more to do.
Yes,
but
you're getting there.
Well,
we've done. You've got a lot to do.
That is for the project, the rigid. If it gets,
oh, the rigid, the project that we dare not speak its name.
Yeah,
yeah, we'll talk
that's
about
if I do that. But
that's if you do that.
It's ideal because when you're setting up to do all these things, it's better to use one.
Yes, yeah. I see in the background. There's in fact, no, there's actually one down here. Look, there's two here you made. So you've been busy. You made two.
Yeah.
And there's also one I see. Oh, not one, two more.
That's the one for this. That's the spares. That's the spares bike on that.
So you've actually made three.
Yeah. That is actually two pieces. What I originally did.
So you made four.
This with yours and this one is 5.
6, 5. Oh well. Okay.
So while I've got all the workings out on the miller for doing each operation, you've got to put one on, take it off, back in two.
Okay. Now I'll just repeat what I said last time round, which is that we've got about 15 or 16 videos of the original build of the spares bike on a separate thread, or separate series of videos anyway, on my channel there, which I'll which you can go back and look at if you want. So now it's slowly being built up. Have you made a decision yet about the barrels and what pistons you're going to use and so on?
Not at the moment. There's a few avenues that we're going down.
Yeah, you've not decided yet.
These will go to 8. I can get 80mm on the liners.
Yeah. So you're going to use what from an XV 750 was it, or an XV?
We've got some 80mm pistons, or is it?
Oh, I don't know.
Very similar to that.
Yeah.
Got 4 of them.
Yeah, pretty big, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, but the 20mm gudgeon pin.
Oh, you said you want to maybe
so
press in
what
some...
I could do is make some bronze buttons that actually support the pin and push in there, and then you could.
And what condition are they in? Good nick, or are they a bit tight?
They're all in.
And that's from a Yamaha XV 750.
They're all in tolerance.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, as long as they're not completely scored and knackered and really worn out. Thing is, in an engine like this, as long as it's in tolerance,
you're happy, aren't you?
You're going to be giving it loads of grief. So
yeah, only for a short time.
Yeah,
only for a short time. Okay, so you've been busy making these plates. Anything else you've been up to in the last week or so?
Really.
Apart from drinking tea and eating biscuits. Okay, so we've now put this wheel on this bench here, and I see we've got a nice.
These were part machine, so I've done a bit more on them.
Yeah. These are the hubs, of course.
These have got to be drilled now.
And bolted in.
I've got to find the PCDs, and I've got a nice disc there that was.
A disc?
Yeah, that was given, donated. So that's been done. I'm going to put 8 10mm in that.
Yeah, you're going to drill it as well, going to. What smells it to match the centrepiece? Yeah.
What I'm going to do, so it helps to not to spread.
That's the super sprox.
Where's it gone? I'm going to machine.
Machine.
So you don't see the Allen bolt heads. I'm going to machine a disc that helps to clamp the sprocket as well. It helps to stop it from
twisting. Because
the bolts will be pretty close to there. It'll help to stop it from bursting an extra. So
there's that one hub, and there's the other hub down there. And they've now got to be drilled with PC. You've got to drill it and bolt it to the centre. Okay, so that's a little job for you at some point. And then no doubt you'll put it on eBay and no one will want it.
Well, no, it'll just go to a meeting. Sometimes the best place to sell stuff like this is at a meeting.
Oh yeah, Santa Pod, whatever.
You'll find someone who, I think you'll get more of a genuine person looking for stuff at a meeting. Okay. So apart from the rear wheel, then let's see what else you've been up to in the last few days. Right, Jeff. So moving on then, let's move on from that and let's look at this engine here, which we talked about last time we were here. I see you've now done a bit more work on this outrigger side of things. You've got this flange. Is that it's all done. What we need is it's just that's about 74mm.
Yeah.
And it's ready to bore it for. That's not the bearing that's going in, but it's ready for our bearing to go in.
Right.
Now, I found some seals at 75x10, which we've got enough room, but it's the sprocket bit here that's going on that we need. I've got to work out what that's going to before I can actually get the seals, because I need to know the ID. So I need,
because obviously without this being here, all the oil will come out, because you've got rid of the this thing here, which has a seal on it, which you can see there.
Yeah, that just guarded the original.
Yeah, you can see the seal there. That's now gone. This is replacing it, so it needs to be replaced with a seal. Okay, so you've got a bearing but not a seal. You've got this out from storage, this
Oh, that's it. Yeah, I was just working
where things are going to go.
Yeah. So we've got our bearing to go in there and seal. We've got a sprocket, but I need that can be done at a later date.
Okay. So once you've done that, then what's next for this engine? What?
Well, the spline bit that was the original bevel gear that goes on there.
Yeah.
I've got to get it. I can warm it. I need to get it cut and ground. I think it's down there somewhere. I don't. If you can.
Now, this is all because, for some mad reason, you chose to use an engine that was originally shaft drive. God knows why. I guess because you had it.
What I'm hoping is what we need to do.
Yeah.
With that going. With that fitting on the spline, nice and it doesn't quite go in to where the seal would be, the spigot on it, that spigot there. So what we're going to have to do is machine something that will press on in titanium or stainless. Then will go in the seal. That'll be ground off, so it's just like a flange.
Yeah.
The pilot bore sprocket will be pressed up and welded.
Right. So this is going to be.
That's going to be welded to
a real sprocket.
Well, the pilot bore sprocket, I think it's in the box. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a sprocket that came from God knows where.
So that's a pilot bore sprocket.
So who makes that?
Well, it's got
Dunlop on it.
Dunlop, yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. Do you know what I couldn't work out? It's got that off eBay, and it was only like about 15 quid.
Oh, that's quite cheap.
And that, you think, but the only snag is they're not hardened.
Well, doesn't matter, does it? Bloody hell, you're not going to.
The thing is,
miles on the damn
that once. So you're going to have to soften the teeth on that and get it ground down, and that'll be welded to that. I'll have to make a mandrel up to centre it all.
Yeah.
That'll be bored, obviously, to slide on there, and then basically we can machine a spigot thing to go in the bearing that bolts on just to support it.
Right.
But it will have a lid that will actually float a tiny bit, which is.
So
good.
What stops the whole thing from moving this way and that way?
Oh.
What stops it from floating?
Well, it'll be the bearing, and the bearing will basically stop it.
Right, okay.
That'll be welded to that bit.
No, I mean, if you weld that to that, that's just going to be able to slide on there.
Yeah, but it'll have a spacer bolted to that with a spigot that sits in the bearing, so it'll just all.
Okay,
it can't.
And obviously, this has got to be machined out.
So that's got to be machined out, and possibly I could drill into. We could lose some weight off it in it.
God, yeah.
Well,
it's very heavy.
Yeah. Now, whether it's worth getting it hardened,
I wouldn't bother.
Don't actually.
How many miles is going to do? Bloody one.
Exactly. I think for the
5 miles a year or something. Yeah.
If it wears out, you just
change it.
You just grind the weld off and weld another one on.
Okay.
Right. Just going to grab
some tea.
Tea ready.
Sounds good to me. Now here we are back at Jeff's shed on a very windy day, and we've got a few things that he wants to have de-anodised. This plate's been anodised in the past, as have these two rims. So we're going to do a bit of a chemistry experiment, and we're going to remove the anodising. So to make a start, we've got this rather dirty container, but it'll do, full of cold water, very cold actually today, and I'm just about to put in rather a lot of caustic soda. Now, normally I do these things with quite small pieces, and I just have to use maybe a tablespoonful of caustic soda in quite a small vessel, but this thing's pretty damn big, so I'm not quite sure how much to use, but we'll err on the side of caution and put quite a lot in there. That'll do for now, and we'll let it all dissolve. When it's dissolved, we'll pop in the first piece and see how it goes. Okay, so I think most of that caustic soda's now gone into solution, and it's made the water very dirty, but I think that's because of all the mud and muck inside this container. But needs must, it's got to be this size. So let's plonk this in here and see what happens. Now, we can't see it because it's so bloody dirty, the water, but I'm pretty sure that should work. Let's leave it for, I don't know, 5 minutes or so, and we'll see what happens. It's a pity it's gone so dirty because we can't see the process in action, but if you go back to, I think it's part 26 of my Guzzi project on my channel here, you will see the whole process in detail for a smaller piece that I did a few days ago. Anyway, let's leave that now and we'll come back in about 5 minutes. Okay Jess, we've now had it in there for, I don't know, about 10 minutes or so. It should be enough, I think. It's been bubbling away in there. What do you think? Has it got it off? Now, if you actually touch it, you might find a little bit just lifts off because it's very soft now. touch it with your hand or something.
What's on the inside, it doesn't really matter.
What about the rim itself? What about the rim? What does it look like?
I should have really put the other
glove on. Yeah.
I don't really want to get it on my hands.
No. It's doing it on, but it gives you wrinkly fingertips. That's what it does, and it gives you old man.
I've got a few cuts and little grazes on my hands, so I'm not.
So have I actually. It doesn't do any good at all. It hurts. No. It's smart. Okay, so you turn that round. Is any coming off on your fingertips? Does it look like it's... See, look there, look. Where you've rubbed it. You can see it's all come off. Yeah. So I think now if you wash that off, it should be pretty much done. Oh, you can put it back in again for a while, it doesn't matter. You can wash it and then see what it looks like, and you know, just put it back in that horrible soup, if need be. Okay, Jeff, so I think that's one half of the rim done now. It's drying off, it looks pretty good. And the other rim is in there in a little strange brew.
It's having a...
bubbling away. It's almost done.
Witch's cauldron.
Yeah, a little cauldron, yeah. And over here we've just done a little separate one where we're just keeping an eye on this piece because it's not coming off very quickly. I think it's actually hard anodised, this thing, so we'll just leave it in there. We've got some clear liquid in there now so we can watch it, and hopefully
this is bubbling
sometime.
Away, nice.
Yeah, that one's it's like a witch's cauldron, bubbling away. It's still working anyway. But as I say, don't leave it in too long because it might eat into your aluminium, which you don't want. But at least it's working. And with that one there, we'll leave that one half in, half out, because we want to see what's going on. It doesn't seem to be doing very much, but I suspect it's because that has got some really thick layer of anodising.
It could be a very,
or even
it could be hardened anodised. I'm not sure exactly what.
Yeah, I mean it is bubbling away there. It's doing something, but it's very, very slow.
There's different levels of anodising, and I think if you anodise something, depending on how long you leave it in, it actually goes into the metal deeper.
Yeah.
So
it is looking like it's getting mottled. So I think it's working. It's just going to be a long time.
I'm not sure if that's clear.
It might there's no rush. Leave it for now or two and come back to it, and just keep an eye on it. And yes, that should be good. Right, Jess, we've come indoors now. While your rims dissolve in that solution, hopefully not. What we've got here is a bit more work on the hubs. So I see you've now drilled the mounting bolts, or holes rather, and threaded them.
Has that taken some work?
Yeah, but it has.
All the disc. I dropped a slight mistake when I did not a mistake.
I see you've also drilled it here for lightness as well.
I've gone in between them, just to get some weight out of them. And even on that there.
Oh right, even on that.
Yeah.
Oh god.
What I'd like to do, because that's so thick that there.
Yeah, maybe slim it down a wee bit.
Yeah. The reason that's got a step on it there, if you people may wonder why it's got a step on it, that actually there is a sleeve that's been pressed in.
Right.
So if you were to remove that,
you've got no strength in it.
You can't remove that area of metal, or
no, it's too weak.
Yeah, you'd run the risk of it breaking.
Yeah.
But you can, hopefully, I could take out at least go to the bore of that.
Yeah. Make
down to where near enough where the bearing is.
Yeah.
The only snag is, I need the big lathe.
Oh yeah, and the big lathe isn't up and running yet, so
no,
that'll have to wait. Okay, and you're also going to start on a disc mount.
Yeah.
Same thing.
I've made that. All the.
And what's that disc from? Is that off a?
That's what you give us.
Oh, okay. I can't remember.
I can't remember what it's off.
So
a Honda.
No idea. I can't remember. It might be off a Suzuki GSXR.
Suzuki.
Is it a rear?
It's a rear disc.
Yeah. It's off a. I think it's a GSXR 1000 K5, I think. But anyway. It came off a good bike. Yeah.
But the thing is, it's going on a bike.
Yeah. No. I mean, it came off a good bike because the chap who was doing it was fitting brand new discs and upgrading his bike.
Yeah.
But his old discs weren't too bad, so I managed to get them.
No, but even that there,
No, it's fine.
I think all a back brake for on a drag bike is just to satisfy the screws.
Oh god, yeah. And then looking at the other side of things, you've now made a start on mounting the sprocket that you were.
That's done,
yeah. You were talking about making this additional plate to go on top of it.
Yeah. Because of the way the flange was, it left very little room because the bolt holes
really close to the edge.
Very close, but when that's bolted on, what I thought I'd do is, because I've made that sank the Allen bolts into there.
Yeah.
And any swell, if because of the power, it stops any metal. It stops it trying to.
Yeah. It's just an additional.
It's like one big washer.
Yes.
I thought that looks a lot neater.
Yeah.
The only thing, it's got like black enamel on it. wants rubbing off.
Let's have a look.
Like a black.
Oh, I don't know. That's not anodising, is it?
Or it could be plastic coating.
Yeah, it's not anodising. I thought it might be anodising. We could stick it in the solution, but it's not. It's not. Anyway.
Well, I don't think.
I think we could do with that. You can take it to Listrin and blast it in his blasting cabinet.
Oh, no, it comes off with wet and dry. It just takes a while.
Oh god, yeah. Okay, so that's pretty good.
Just pop it in the lathe and
just skim it.
I'll just pop it in the lathe and take a fly cut off it.
Yeah.
I think that'll be the easiest thing to do.
Okay, so that's
all the bolts are all done, ready to go in.
Ready to go, yeah, great. And now, of course, you're going to sell it, aren't you? Or at least trying to sell it. I'm not sure.
Well, no, I mean, if I hopefully get the bike, just take some stuff.
Yeah.
If you do a meeting, hopefully, put a load of stuff in the van that you want to sell and just
hopefully sell it.
Well,
there's a lot of work in there. I mean, yeah. The problem is that folks won't understand probably and pay you for the fact that you've spent hours and hours and hours lightening that, line drilling it all the way around that you can't see, and so on.
It might not sell.
I know, but it's a hell of a lot of work.
Nobody will be interested.
Anyway, if anybody out there wants to buy a really beautifully made drag race wheel, here it is.
Well, once it's all polished and it's all together, it will look
good.
It will.
Pretty good. Yeah. Okay. Anything else today?
It's not so much selling it. Well, it's.
No, you want to keep it because it looks so good.
No. It's finding. It's actually finding someone who
wants it. Yeah.
Anyway, that's another story.
That's another story. Times move on. Times move on. Right. Is there anything else we can look at apart from going back out there and checking out our rims that are now in solution? Let's go and do that now. And then we'll have a break for some cup of tea. Okay. Then I'll have to go because it's getting on a bit. It's now 2:30. The dog will be missing me. So we'll finish off by checking out the rims that are now brewing in the stew that we made. Okay, yes, that one's having a good old bubbly away. It's like a bubble, trouble and trouble. Yeah, you can hear it bubbling there. It's a really tight fit.
Yeah, it's probably getting air pressure trapped and it's bubbling out.
It's some sort of chemical.
Some
nasty chemical that we don't want to breathe in, so we'll leave it there. And talking about leaving it there, Jeff, I think it's time I went home.
Oh.
Poor old Barney's going to be missing me, so we'll come back next week and we'll see what else you've been up to. And with that, say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, bearing.
Oh yes, what about bearings?
That bearing you said you were going to get.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yes, we'll do. I'll get you two.
Well, I only need one.
I'll get you two anyway.
Alright, well, let's get two.
Okay, and with that, thanks for watching
Toodaloo.
and cheers. Yep.